So let me ask you, you own a business, what kind of things could you, or more importantly, should you outsource in your business? I get a lot of people all the time telling me how their business is so vital for them to be involved. You really can't outsource anything. Everybody needs to be in the office. I have to be an integral part in the business. It won't run or operate without me. Well, let me just tell you something. If you really think that, and that is the case, you don't own a business, you own a job. Now, there's nothing wrong with the job. There's very high paying jobs. Being an actor is a job. Being an athlete is a job. All those things, you have to show up. Owning a business. Now, the definition of a business, as I was taught by my mentor, is a commercial, profitable enterprise that runs without you. Now, if you do not have a business that can run without you, then you have a job by definition and by default. You really want to think it, first of all, ask yourself, what are high income activities that you and your team are doing? And what are some minimum wage, low level, low enjoyment tasks that you don't need to do? First thing you need to do if you really want to understand your business is you've got to learn how to systematize your business. Most businesses run between 9 to 11 systems in the model. If it's a very high business model that has a lot of systems, you may have as up to 19. But statistically, it's going to be about 9 to 11. Now, once you start doing this and you start building your model out with the systems, what you need to do now is you need to look at the systems, take each one, put it in like a flow chart, and really say, when this happens, that happens. If this goes, if this is a yes or a no, it's a decision tree, figure out who's doing what. Then after you do that, make sure that it's actually flowing correctly. Make sure the employees know what they're doing and that it's actually being done that way. Many times, people, once they flow out their system, they realize no one is actually following it because it was your system that you created 4 years ago, but you never actually communicated it with anyone else on your team. After you're doing that, you've got to see what can you automate, meaning could you put anything through technology? Could you make sure that it is running where there's not handoffs back and forth? Automate as much as possible or delete things. Simplicity is the key in business. Last thing you do is you look at that and say, okay, what could I outsource? Meaning, could I outsource it to a technology? Could I outsource it to an employee or maybe even a virtual assistant? So you systemize it, then you automate it, and then lastly, you outsource it. If you can do those three things with all of your systems, you will see that there's a lot of things that people, even yourself, are doing that are really not necessary. And there's a lot of redundancy normally that doesn't need to be. So if you want to learn how to do this, take that task, look at all of your systems, really flow chart them out, and then see. Now, if you want to see yourself, what you are doing and maybe should not be doing, I always recommend doing a time study. Take your day for 2 weeks, from the time you wake up to the time that you go to bed, and track everything that you do. And next to everything that you do, at the end of the day, you totalize them and ask yourself, were these H for high income activities or were these M for minimum wage activities? And I bet you after 1 week, now you want to do it for 2 weeks, but after 1 week, it will be glaring how much minimum wage activities most business owners are doing and they don't even realize it. You want to be successful, start doing high income activities. Outsource, leverage, pay someone else to do these low income activities so that you, or automate them through technology and systems, but they should not be done by you. I'm not saying they shouldn't be done. I'm just saying you should not be the one doing it. So remember, systemize it, automate it, outsource, do a time study, see where your time is going, and I guarantee you, you are going to be happy you did because you're going to see a lot of things that you should not be doing that you are doing. Hope this helps.